Openly, the Caribbean bleeds silently. And silence, my brother, is the most dangerous form of surrender. The world watches us and calls us black leaders, but let us be honest. The world does not fear all black leaders. It only fears those who refuse to kneel. Wholeness, I see your caution, but caution has a cost. You choose diplomacy, forums, polite negotiation. You speak in the halls of the IMF, shake hands with Europe, walk carefully between Washington and London. But tell me this, what has caution ever given our people?
So, and Your Holiness, Holiness, whatever it is, finally admitted that the response that he gave with regards to Hurricane Melissa was rather slow.
I'm here with a team from CRIF SPC. I'm going to allow the team to introduce themselves and to explain what is CRIF.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister. So CRIF SPC was established in the year 2007 following Hurricane Ivan, which occurred, as you recall, in the year 2004, where the governments of the Caribbean at the time decided to enlist the support of the World Bank, and with the support of the donor community came to establish what was then known as the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility, which was established as the world's first multi-country risk pool for parametric insurance for the country. Now, how parametric insurance works. So just to be very clear, essentially, it is very different to the traditional insurance that most people know, where following a disaster, a detailed assessment of losses must be undertaken, which can actually take a long time, 6 months, sometimes a year. But in the case of CRIF insurance, which is parametric insurance, the whole idea is to be able to make quick payouts following the disaster. And as the Honorable Prime Minister would have said, in the case of CRIF, we were able to make 2 payouts to the government. One on its tropical cyclone policy, where the government got $70.8 million US dollars within 2 weeks, and an additional $21.1 million for under its excess rainfall payout policy following the disaster. So in total, the government benefited from payouts of $91.9 million, or approximately $92 million, which is commendable because the government of Jamaica has been part of this facility from the inception. And again, you would have seen between last year, again, the country received a payout of about $26 million. So in total, over a period of just 2 years, the country has benefited from payouts totaling about $118 million, which clearly shows that the government clearly made a very good decision in investing in CRIF insurance. And at this point, I would also like to take the opportunity to really commend the government of Jamaica for leading the way in disaster risk financing. The government of Jamaica has adopted what is called a risk layering approach. And by that, the government determines what are the most important disaster risk financing instruments are appropriate for different layers. So for example, in the case of CRIF, the insurance that we provide covers a cross-section of a number of layers, whether you talk about, for example, a Category 3 hurricane, 4 and 5. And this year we had a hurricane with the intensity of Melissa making a direct hit on the country. And again, as a Category 5, CRIF was able to come and make a payout totaling $91.9 million. But then the government also invested in a cat bond, which is really designed for those rare events, what you call those very intense events, at a much higher level of risk. And again, the government was able to benefit from a payout under its cat bond of $150 million. So, Prime Minister, let me really commend you for this. I think it is something that we should really continue. We again want to commend the government for its investment in insurance, and we continue to look forward to working with you to be able to help you build your financial resilience as you, for example, confront the challenges of climate change.
Chairman. So, and Your Holiness, Holiness, whatever his name is, he finally admitted that the response that he gave with regards to Hurricane Melissa was rather slow. Now, his justification is what baffled me and many other Jamaican citizens. He said the reason as to why his response was really slow is because the person responsible for the disaster relief team or the disaster relief section fell ill. So as a result, which is why they never acted as fast as they should helping people. Then he stipulated that Westmoreland had a valid case that government did not respond the way they should have. So all this time, all those people pretended as if Parliament and everyone else pretended as if the government was actually doing something when he wasn't. Guys, watch this video and let me know your thoughts on his justification.
There was a scramble. We don't deny that because we have never had this before. Institutions, funny enough, Mr. Speaker, the members from Westmoreland made a very strong case that the disaster response was slow and ineffective. And I reflected on it. I did, because every criticism, I take it and I look at it, because if I am wrong, I'm the first to admit. In the same way that when I looked at the response, I said in the first 3 days, we were all just trying to.
The opposition leader is citing that he texted the Prime Minister on WhatsApp 10 days now, Saturday before last, he claims, and the Prime Minister has not responded. And the heading from the Jamaica Observer in support of the PMP and their press conference yesterday, in my opinion, is that the opposition is being left out of the recovery process. Is this the same opposition that Floyd Green publicly read a letter from Philip Paulwell denying a seat at the table for the recovery process? Is this the same opposition that are citing that they are being left out of the recovery process? Is this the same opposition who wanted the recovery process to be steered through the PAAC? And we said no, because remember, say, a government, a JLP leadership of government. So we decide which committee and which committee to steer the recovery process. You all had a voice and you all had a seat at the table and you declined it.
Bringing them to the attention of the Prime Minister through WhatsApp. He has not responded to me at all since last week.
So to come here,
Saturday
no,
before last, 10 days ago.
And a pity thing. No, we're not having it, because we have the information and we have all the information from then and now. And we know that because you did not get your way, opposition leader, and the minions of MPs where you have behind you, in my humblest opinion, you now are having a press conference to waste people time, to seek pity, to make it seem as if the Jamaica Labour Party-led government is not giving you a chance to speak. If I was the Prime Minister, I would respond to you now about not where you come to talk about hurricane, right? But guess what? I am not him, so maybe he'll respond to you. If it is that what you are saying is true, because you did have the option to not having a press conference. You never need a press conference now, because you all had a seat at the table, and all of this could have been brought to the fold when you all have your committee meetings. But no, the sole purpose of the opposition is not to work together with the government. It's just to make the government look bad. And then people are going to come out here, come talk about it. It's not political. Of course it's political. I know they can't go in the comment section and go say anything no one say, but it's political. Because if it never political, the opposition leader and the member of parliament who have at the press conference would not come out, come and cite these things, and would not come out and say these things. We still don't know what the opposition MPs do with the $10 million. That is still not explained to us. All them come and they still want 50 million. So when they want 50 million and when get 10, so it would have been 40 million you should have need. But when they still ask for 50 million, and when they still cannot explain to us what to do with the 10 million that you all already got. And two, Jamaica wants to know how much money is in the GoFundMe, help me, help them, whatever the name is, of the GoFundMe. We want to know how much money into that GoFundMe. And what is that money going to be used for? The opposition, you're not going to come around here to When it's convenient to you, you tell us that the role of the opposition leader is constitutional. We all know that it's constitutional, but it's not going to be constitutional to suit your benefit. So opposition leader, you all had a seat at the table, so don't come now and make it seem as if the government is leaving you out.
While the government failed, the real first responders were the dancehall artists, the Shaggy, Sean Paul, Buju Banton, Vibes Cartel, Spice, Massacre, and many others, right? These entertainers were the ones distributing food, supplies, and checking in on communities while the government aid crawl like snail slow.
How you think the aid got there? You think they just swam into Jamaica?
Nobody can cross it. Nobody can cross it. It's only who understand it. Like a fisherman and a fisherwoman.
No, Andrew Owenless defend his administration, insisting that the government cleared roads and delivered aid, and argued that people were only seeing police officers because they were the ones transporting the help. But in reality and in actuality, the people on the ground, right, the people who are suffering, were affected by Hurricane Melissa, did not see their representatives. They saw more of the dancehall artists that I speak about delivering care packages than anything else.
So I see people saying, I don't see nobody from the government. The only person I see is from the Lacovia police station. How you think the aid got there? You think they just swam into Jamaica? The government opened the airport. The government cleaned the road. The government escorted them. Don't talk nonsense. To ensure that all the people who you see out there who want to give aid to Jamaica, that they are able to do it. You think they come here without ensuring that there are security guarantees? Who you think gives them the security guarantees? You think the stock that they have just move automatically, just materialize where they are? How many convoys you see moving with the security forces carrying them through? Don't talk nonsense about there was no government presence. I want to give commendation to the police. The JCF needs special recognition in this disaster because with roofs blown off, no electricity, they stood up. When I went to Black River, the police station was destroyed, nothing, they didn't have any electricity. One of my first order of business was to secure generators. I gave 4 generators to police stations. I don't go out and make this public because that's not my role or my job, but I did it just to make sure that there was a center of response. Yes. When we went into communities, we realized that all businesses were destroyed. And right now, bear in mind, we're doing relief because what people see as managing the hurricane is carrying a bag of food from point A to point B. And everybody's out there giving out food and taking pictures, and that's fine, that's great. We thank you, and we want you to continue to do that. What that does is to relieve the government of that task. But even so, the JDF, Mr. Speaker, is still packaging, has the capability to package 10,000 packages and send them out. And that's what they do constantly. They have a list of communities, along with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, where every day they are out there giving. Nobody's out there taking pictures with them and saying how great they are doing. But let's think about it. 900,000 people affected. About 40,000 houses flattened. Just multiply that by 3. Let's say 150,000 persons have been impacted. You believe that, one organization here delivering package and one day is going to solve that problem? How long they're going to do it for? What will have to be stood up to be able to carry this through for months? So we have to be strategic. Build out the hubs, which we have done. Then we build out substations, which we have done. And that logistics hub, which move food through to stations and then to substations, that same logistics hub is going to move building materials to hubs and then into people. In the weeks to come, you're going to see the JDF transition from delivering packages. They will still have a presence, but they're going to transition now to help in the rebuilding of the houses for those people who are most in need. When this is studied, as it will be studied, when the history book is written, our response compared to others, and you can say compared to Katrina, compared to Irma, compared to others, Jamaica has done better than most. And I think it is unfair and unfortunate that there are those who would try to tear down Jamaica. When the history is written, we will know who are the ones who tore down Jamaica and who are the ones who are reconstructing Jamaica.
And last night, me dey pa Mr. Vegas. Something a one man company and the man say, Andrew Holness did broker than him. And all of a sudden, Andrew Holness turned rich and not only in Africa and the Caribbean that happened. And when Mr. Vegas said to him, say, what is Andrew Holness's net worth? How much Andrew Holness worth as a millionaire or as a billionaire? That's what Mr. Vegas asked him. You know. What is his net worth? And the man can't tell you. The man can't tell you what Andrew Holness' net worth. Eh? You know what I gotta do for you this morning? I gotta break down some things and show you. We'll run some calculation this morning. See? So listen to this. Andrew Holness is member of parliament since 1997. See? So 1997. So we are run some calculation. 1997 take away 2007 when he became a member of parliament. From 97 till 2007, that is 10 years. See? Now, Andrew Holness would have gotten an MP salary which would have been about 2.1, 2.3 million in that time, in that 10 years. See? Some will go 2.3 million. See? Times 10. Right? Now, remember now, Anna Andrew Holness alone, his wife, before she came in politics, she was a very successful business person. Andrew Holness has also made investments as well. So over that 10 years, while he was just a normal member of parliament, see? If you calculate 2.3 million over 10 years, that is $23 million over 10 years. I'm sure Andrew Holness not spend a whole 2 million a year when he did get. See? Alright, so when you set down the 23 million there, I will put that 23 million there one side. So remember that, you know, because I ask you, say, why the first amount of money? For first 10 years, from 97 to 2007, he made 23 million. See? And we not talk about investment, then we are talk about in salary alone. See? And member say, I know him one, his wife did this, so for him hold 2.3 million would not go to all our bills them or anything. He would not save. See? So for 10 years, he make 23 million from salary. That is Jamaican dollars, by the way. See? So, me will set the 23 million dollar aside. So from 2007 to 2011, see? He would have been a minister of government, education minister. That would have given him between 5.9 and 5.1 million dollars for the year. So, me will say, me will run off it at the highest. So 5.1 million. See? For 5 years. That is another $25.5 million in that 5 years. See? Remember now, I know him one. Right? I him and his wife. So all of him, 25.5 million. When he make for the 5 years, they would not have gone to bills and all of these things because his wife did it to help him. See? So, write down the figure here again because I'm going to ask you, me probably not going to remember when we want to sum up the whole life together. So the first one was 23 million. For the 5 years that he was Minister of State, Education Minister, he would have made 25.5 million for that 5 years there. So now write that down too. See? Because I'm going to ask you, See? Alright. JLP crash out. He became the leader of the party. And he would have become opposition leader for the next 5 years now. See? At that point, the opposition leader was getting $8.1 million for the year. I don't can fact check these things. See? Somebody will say 8.1 million times 5 for the next 5 years that he was opposition leader. See? In that 5 years that he was opposition leader, he made 40.5 million Jamaican dollars. From that $8.1 million over 5 years, he made $40.5 million. You know, write that down to you know. You know, write that down. See? Alright. Andrew Holness would have gone on now to win the election in 2016 after spending 5 years as opposition leader and making $40.5 million Jamaican. See? Now, he might get an extra $1 million now. Right up for now because he no change. Remember, he's supposed to get a pay rise and he take it. So he pay a cap for the last 9 years now. See? Going into, so we're going to run off it to 10 years now. See? So he might make $9.1 million now. See? $9.1 million for the last 10 years. See? So we times that by 10. That is $91 million he make over the last 10 years from salary. And it should have been way more than that because he got a pay rise and he declined it. He did not take it. See? So over the last 10 years, Andrew Holness made $91 million flat. See? Someone want to give me back a figure them now. So we have 91 million. So we're going to add. We're going to add. What the first figure me did say? 23 million. We're going to add 23 million. See? Then the second figure that I gave was... Why second figure me give? I can't remember. I'm telling you, so I forget. So the first figure was 23 million. I remember that. Why second figure me give? I believe it was 25 point something. What was it? 25? 25.5 million. I would have said 25 million. See? We'd leave off the 5. I would say 25 million. See? And then the third figure. Was it 40 or 25 was our third figure? 40.5, our third figure. See? Plus 40 million. We will left off a 0.5 as well. See? So we have 91 million, we have 23 million, we have 25 million, 40 million. Extra million for the last 28 years. Andrew Holness have only made $180 million Jamaican. That's over $1 million US. And him doing look at investment them. He buy one property, him and his wife. Remember I know him and two of them. And the two of them are work. So what is wrong if Andrew Holness work or own 180 million Jamaican dollar? Eh? That a money. Andrew Holness is the poorest Jamaican Prime Minister we ever had. And that the people are up in their arms about.
In Jamaica people, me have a proof to you say. You see, the People's National Party supporter them. Them are wickedest set. Wickedest set of people in Jamaica. What me say to you? Them evil. Them are big hypocrite. What me prove to you, watch out. Mark Golden set up a fundraising initiative, my people. He set up a fundraising initiative. And the people them from all over the world, PMP supporter, in a diaspora, send a bag of money to give Mark Golden, Some people send 500,000, 200,000, millions. What me say to you? Give Mark Golden, when they clean set, they must set up them own fundraising initiative in my people. Now the money gone miss up. I mean, I hear none of them come out and I say, oh, Mark Golden, I am very disappointed in you and your team. Imagine me send me hard-earned money come go no, for such a purpose. And money missing. What is happening? Can I get some explanation or me want back my money, Mark Golden? You know hard not. Me not hear none of them now. No, boy, now come off of me page, you know. But when I come and chastise when we are trying to defend the Prime Minister, when I attack the Prime Minister, we are hey, no go now. I want to hear no come and talk about the money. The money when me say, I say, hey, Mark Golden, who want back my money? Well, now go on, what kind of move that? What is that? You want to silent. Everybody quiet. Everybody more shut tight. Nobody not there to hold him accountable. I try to defend him. PNP supporters. Corrupt no be. You know corruption. Shut the corruption no be. We not hear none of you say Mark Walden. Me want back my money. You hold on quiet. Quiet like a lamb. Yo, me glad. Me happy. Say Dr. Andrew Holness never turn a fool and baboon and give in to him pressure about him 150 million for every MP. I saw him money would have gone missing too. Me say I saw him money would have gone missing. I whole Jamaica know where money gone. We don't need to inquire. The smarter set of Jamaica know say him money gone pay back a loan. After we not fool it. You think we have baboon, Mark Golden? You feel like you all we have baboon, Mark Golden? When we hear about that initiative there, we know. From day one say, yes, set up that initiative there. To pay back your debt. To pay off the loan, them back of money. Millions of dollars where you borrow to win election. The whole we know. But some of we is very naive. Some of us is very naive. So we don't even know. Them are things that they send them money to you to help out the poor people and help out the needless or the needy. Yeah. Me not hear none of them come. None of them me not hear come. And say, oh, Mark Golden, me send a bag of money to you, you know. So where money there? Why money for gone missing? What you said to me, Mark Golden? No, now the whole on the side. Go ahead now, a hypocrite, you know. Go ahead. Me applaud Dr. Andrew Holness. Me glad you not going to $50 million. I show you that here say God missing to do it from here, sir. No corruption.
In Jamaica right now, everything feels politically charged. But some arguments are distracting us from what really matters. Yes, there have been some controversy surrounding Prime Minister Andrew Holness attending the G20 summit in South Africa. People are upset, and that's understandable. When times are tough at home, every decision feels amplified. But here's the thing. International summits aren't vacations. There are strategic opportunities, trade talks, partnership, global opportunities, development deals, climate resilience, global financing, things that impact Jamaica long after the headlines have faded. And in a politically charged environment, any movement a government makes becomes ammunition. One side attacks, the other side defends, and the actual message gets lost. But with the passing of Hurricane Melissa and the level of damage Jamaica is facing right now, this is not the moment for gotcha politics. This is rebuilding time, recovery time, unity time. Okay? Now, if we just take a breath, apply a little education, a little patience, an actual understanding of how global engagement benefits us, most of these arguments wouldn't be arguments at all. Listen, Jamaica can't afford to play political games right now. So put politics aside. Get on board. Let's build forward together. Let's have a good Jamaica rise.
Speaker, because the member will tell you that the disaster manager for the parish fell ill, had a stroke, and that key person in the coordination of the response was not available. But I wouldn't only use that as a response, as an excuse. There were persons who lost their roofs, who were cut off, had no telecommunication. We couldn't find them. So to say that our response...
Back again in my side. I want me back with it again today. May I play a video when I want my people them listen what Ibrahim Toure have to say about Andrew Wellness. I want to listen Jamaican people. And when I say I want to listen my side, I want everybody listen. This is the fight of our ancestor. And see a great man here talk. And where I wonder if Andrew Wellness going to try to take a page out of his book and try to stand up for we, or him go bow to the colonizer. Like, you know? So, me go play one video my side. And when me play the video, I want to listen keenly, you know. So, watch it thing. When time I tell you, say, yo, Andrew Wellness, me don't know where I'm really depending, you know. But me go play the video. Wanna look, watch the video. Listen for yourself.
Openly, the Caribbean bleeds silently. And silence, my brother, is the most dangerous form of surrender. The world watches us and calls us black leaders, but let us be honest. The world does not fear all black leaders. It only fears those who refuse to kneel. Wholeness, I see your caution, but caution has a cost. You choose diplomacy, forums, polite negotiation. You speak in the halls of the IMF, shake hands with Europe, walk carefully between Washington and London. But tell me this, what has caution ever given our people? Did caution free Haiti from debt? Did caution stop colonizers from draining Jamaican bauxite and resources? Did caution save Africa from French soldiers guarding our gold? No, caution builds careers. Courage builds nations. The West loves leaders who play safe. You and I lead sons and daughters of the same stolen blood. But while Africa bleeds openly, the Caribbean bleeds silently. And silence, my brother, is the most dangerous form of surrender.
You see when that we tell you say Andrew Wellness is a puppet. You see when we say Jackfruit Nose is a puppet, why we say Mr. Puppet. You see why Jamaican people have to be beating him so bad. Guys, you see why Jamaican people have to beat this man so bad. Andrew Wellness is a puppet. Yes, he's a big old puppet. We need man like this man in our country. Jamaican, you listen for yourself, you know. You share the video and make it go viral, you know. Because I want the rest of Jamaican to hear. You understand? Them can program TVJ and CVM, but them can't program TikTok. So, let us share it. And if somebody has share information where other people need, you share it and don't gatekeep. Remember, like and share and follow me. You know about gatekeep. Because when you gatekeep, it not good. Make we show love. United, we stand divided to fall. We need unity in this time more than ever. It no matter where you say, where you like or where you not like. Unity we need right now. That we need. Because see a great man from Africa where I met the world know and I met the Caribbean know. So when time we the Caribbean bleed, Africa bleed. And Jamaica especially is the heartbeat of the world. Jamaica is the goat of the Caribbean. And if we are the goat of the Caribbean, Jamaica, we have Africa on our back. Africa depend on us in so many different ways where we don't even see it. We are from them and they are from us. Africa depend on us and we are depending on Africa. Both ways. Them love us and we love them. We love Ibrahim Toure. Yeah, we love Africa. So, Jamaican, I want to push this out. Make big ugly bro God, Andrew Wellness, Jackfruit Nose, see this. I understand, say a time for him stand up for him people them like how this man stand up for him people them. And Jamaica is the heartbeat of the world. Is him going to continue join with the colonizer against us? Come on, bro God. Come on, bro Hag. Do better than that. The world is watching you. The world is watching you, Sir Andrew Wellness. My side, like, share, and follow me.
The Andrew Wellness-led administration has confirmed that US 1.6 million and Jamaican 635 million donated for Hurricane Melissa relief remain untouched even as thousands of Jamaicans continue to suffer. Jano Star. So, at a post-cabinet briefing, ATPEM Director General admitted that the government is still developing procurement plans more than a month after the hurricane. Instead of urgently deploying the donated money meant specifically for Hurricane Melissa victims, the government has been relying on other accounts like the National Disaster Fund, which has resulted in a slow, lackluster relief effort. Now, Information Minister Donna Morris Dixon also confirmed that not $1 from the donation has been spent and that the government is figuring out how to actually spend the money. Meanwhile, no breakdown of what has been actually spent from the government funds has been disclosed. That's another delay that raises concern about transparency, urgency, and accountability. What is the government doing? What is Andrew Holness administration doing? You caused this. Any Labour right watching this right now, Uno caused this. This is what you voted for, so this I will not get. Right? Uno say 1 p.m. till uno dead. So that is it. When the money is sent for you, for them to use for the country, them not use it. You know what I mean? It's a disgrace. Mark Golden PNP has strongly criticized the response, calling it inadequate, slow, and politically biased. MPs describe the $10 million where Andrew Holness allocate per constituency as a drop in the bucket, especially with cases like Hanover Western, where 8,000 people, 8,000 families are still suffering. They also say damage assessments have been patchy and that relief distribution is being politicized, with state ministers and operatives sidelining sitting MPs. The MPs that are elected are being sidelined. What makes matters even worse is that government failure is that the dancehall artists, the dancehall community, all of these people in the diaspora are the one providing consistent daily relief, food, water, clothing, shelter, anything you can think of. These dancehall artists and donors are actually the one providing those assistance for the citizens of Jamaica and moving faster than the government are actually moving right now, right? Remember, the government was quick to create an official website to collect these donations. If you did, and they're actually doing a disservice to the people. If you did have another organization, had another organization, Food for the Poor, or one of them, been faster than the government in collecting the donation.
So the man, they must say the government all on the relief money where people forget through Hurricane Melissa. But I'm going to say, what did I tell you? So if you go look for the people them down a country or which part ever them affected and make sure so you help the people them. We reach out on the ground and show no what go on down on the ground and all on ignore away. You say the government is the secure route and the secure avenue. So hold on. Remember the book launch, 29th, that's tomorrow Saturday. We're outside and I do some work and I prep up for that. So ones and ones buy a ticket and come out. 5,000 for a ticket and 10,000 again. But the government are all on for the money. I invite Bro God to come circle through, spend some of that relief money up at the book launch. You know something go. Outside, we're outside and I support people them. Who are going to St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland more than the People's Court and the tribal nation are free not dumb. Don't play with me. We're outside here. Tell you what you think about the government and the relief funding. What we done did I tell you how it go. And that more money I borrow from IMF and the World Bank and them people. You don't want to start talk. So might as well buy no ticket for the book launch and come out. No joke. What you say to me?
Buy a ticket.
Don't chat.
Together we rise. Roberta representing for People's Court. Remember the book launch November 29. Get your tickets now. Proceeds in aid of rebuilding the tribal community.
The twisted mouth of Dion Jackson Miller serves as a clear and unmistakable sign that her words are steeped in deceit and mischievous intent. The words she utters are nothing less than an abomination to the Lord, for Scripture itself declares that deceitful lips are detestable to him. These foolish PNP bloggers and propagandists eagerly seize upon her utterances, wielding them as weapons to sow chaos, spread rampant misinformation, and inflame division within the nation. My firm conviction is that this relentless dissemination of half-truths and outright distortions will inevitably lead to anarchy in Jamaica, and Miss Miller stands as one of the primary architects of this dangerous trajectory. Her careless and calculated spilling of partial truths, carefully crafted to deceive rather than to inform, undermines the very foundations of trust and stability in our society. God help us, and may He shield this nation from the destructive influence of such individuals within the media. It is evident that for these partisans, the loss of an election is not merely a political defeat, but a call to total war against the country itself. Because their party did not secure victory, they appear determined to burn down Jamaica entirely, to destroy this prime minister, to dismantle this government, and to plunge the nation into disorder, regardless of the cost to its people.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at the hypocrisy of the opposition People's National Party spreading misinformation in order to score political points. Look at this. PNP MPs say government's hurricane Melissa response is slow and inadequate. So they are saying that the government is being slow to address the needs of persons who are in dire need of assistance as a result of Hurricane Melissa. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when the hurricane struck, many infrastructures were destroyed, including the communication system. It was destroyed. The western end of the island, the communication system were destroyed. And as a result of that, many persons were not able to communicate with anybody. And so, as a result of that, they were unable to get the assistance that they need. But as soon as they were able to communicate, ladies and gentlemen, help reached them. The ones that get the help right away were those that were able to communicate. Why? Their communication wasn't down, so they were able to talk that they are in need of assistance, and assistance reached them. Those that didn't get assistance were those that did not communicate. If you don't say anything, if you don't sit down, if you just sit down and don't say anything, how are you going to expect to get help? So you cannot blame the government for the slow response in helping people who are in need. You are the MPs that are there on the ground. You are the one that are supposed to go to those persons whose communications have been cut off and talk to them, and then go to parliament and tell the government what is happening with the people, instead of coming in the media spreading misinformation in order to get in order to score political points. I am so disappointed in you, Opposition People's National Party. You need to behave yourself, and you need to stop misleading people, causing people to believe like the government is not a caring government, or the government doesn't want them to recover from Hurricane Melissa. You need to stop it. You are the leading cause of misinformation in Jamaica, and you people need to stop it. It's not helping.
I am so happy that Andrew Holness is now forced to come forward and speak the truth. Finally, he has to come forward and speak the truth. But I want all the members of parliament, I want all of those that were lying to us, the people's face. I want you all to suffer. And I want all the little supporters that were bashing the real concerns of the Jamaicans that knew the truth and knew what was coming. I want all of you people to suffer. I want all of the JLP supporters to suffer, because you people did not listen. You people did not want to help and call out your government. You people were turning a blind eye. You people did not want to see better till now. People are getting sick. People are dying from these things. And had you people listened to the sensible people, you would not be in here in this position. Had the government been listening to people from day one and working with the opposition as they should, as a one unit, one-man band to ensure the country's security and safety, I want all of you to suffer. Yeah. I want all of you to suffer. No happy holidays for you, because you were deaf-eared. You were being silly. And see, now we're gonna come and tell you people the truth. You all should feel stupid and dumb for not listening to the people who knew the truth. I thank you.
In the recent weeks, tension has grown across the Caribbean political sphere as conversations about leadership, sovereignty, and disaster response dominate public discussion. And I can tell you guys, a wave of controversy began circulating online after several commentaries emerged suggesting that Burkina Faso's President Ibrahim Traore had indirectly warned Jamaica's Prime Minister, that is now Andrew Holness. Against what? Against becoming puppet. To who? To foreign interests. While Traore's message was not directed at Holness personally, the sentiments behind these powerful speeches urging African and Caribbean leaders to rise, reclaim independence, and prioritize their people has resonated strongly with Jamaicans who feel increasingly frustrated by what they view as slow government response to national crisis. These growing frustrations resurfaced sharply after Hurricane Melissa devastated parts of Jamaica. Homes were destroyed, families displaced, and the entire communities were left waiting for days for relief. Social media erupted with criticism, placing the government under intense scrutiny, and a meeting that raised eyebrows. Just as the criticism continued to mount, Prime Minister Andrew Holness met with the CEO of Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility, that is CCRIF, the regional insurance system designed to provide immediate disaster payouts to affected nations. The meeting intended to reassure the public that Jamaica will be financially supported as it rebuilds. Raised mixed reactions. Many Jamaicans questioned why the government seemed unprepared despite years of paying into the insurance facility. Critics argued that the meeting came too late, suggesting that the government was reacting instead of preparing, and echoing the very concerns that have fueled public distrust. Holness admitted the shortcomings in a rare moment that sparked debate across Jamaica. The same Prime Minister openly admitted that the government could have responded better to Hurricane Melissa's distractions. He acknowledged gaps in coordination, slow deployment of relief to some areas, and the need for improved disaster readiness. For some Jamaicans, this admission was refreshing, a sign of transparency. For others, it was confirmation of their fears. The government had failed them during their darkest hour. The rise of Ibrahim Traore's influence, especially among young people across Africa and the entire Caribbean, cannot be understated. His unapologetic stand against the neocolonialism, foreign manipulation, and exploitation has created a global wave of admiration. Many Jamaicans drew parallels between Traore's message and their own frustrations. Online discussions exploded with comparisons: strong leadership versus weak leadership, independence versus dependency, courage versus compliance. This is why the narrative that Traore had warned Holness, even if indirectly or symbolically, spread with intensity. Many Jamaicans felt it reflected the current political climate, and people want leaders who are bold, decisive, and loyal to the nation above public outcry on the other hand, and emotional reactions. When it comes to that, the Jamaican people reacted fearlessly to the recent events, and some even expressed anger at the government's slow response. Others felt hurt and abandoned during the crisis. Many demanded accountability and, of course, stronger leadership. a growing group of Jamaicans echoed Traore's message, calling for leaders who cannot be swayed by foreign interests. And of course, we have several videos and as we've watched, and street interviews that we've also watched, and also raw emotions, fear, frustrations, disappointment, but also determination, you know. Despite the criticism, Jamaicans are resilient. Communities mobilized faster than the government, in some cases sharing food, clearing debris, and supporting each other. And that was made possible by the Jamaican artists. Their unity became a powerful reminder that leadership also arises from the ordinary citizens. A call for change and the convergence of the three major events: Ibrahim Traore's global influence, the controversial ICC-RIF meeting, and Olney's admission of failure, has triggered a national reflections. And now Jamaicans are asking deeper questions about leadership, sovereignty, and accountability. Whether this moment becomes a turning point for the government depends on what happens next. Will the administration rise to the challenge and rebuild trust? Or will the public's dissatisfaction continue to grow? Right now, Jamaica stands at a crossroads, emotionally shaken, politically awakened, and ready for a new chapter of accountability and self-determination. Thank you so much if you watched the video up to this point. I appreciate your presence. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.